Alright, so without knowing it, my video for Tough Mudder comments got cut off, so I'm going to try and start fresh. So, I am the survivor of a Tough Mudder Tri-State 2013, and I want to let you guys know about the thing. So, starting off, let's talk about stuff that was not really at the New Jersey Tough Mudder. Obstacles may or may not appear, so here's what wasn't there. There was no bail bond. There was, I don't remember the double beard one. No dong danger, no drag queen, but they did have tire flips. So, I don't really consider them having firewalker. They had one where you jumped over fire and into water, but nothing where it was like by fire or over multiple rows of fire. Don't really remember Grease Lightning being there, but they did have a water slide in there. There was no hanging tough. There was no section where you're supposed to hold your wood. No King of the Mountain. I don't remember seeing Ladder to Hell or log jamming, or there was one that was, I guess could have been lumberjacked, but I don't think it was. And I don't remember seeing one that was either pirate booty or spider web on this one. Trench warfare. I don't remember seeing that, or twinkle toes, or underwater tunnels. But they did have one where they had everybody was supposed to use the wheelbarrow and warrior carry. So, but they also had a couple other ones where you're supposed to jump over some concrete pipes they had laid out. So, that's also pretty fun. So, that was a supposedly 12-mile course, and Rule 1. If you think wearing heavy clothing is going to protect you from the electrical stuff, think again. I was wearing a rash guard shirt and thermals on top of that, and I still got shocked when I went through one of the obstacles. Doing so many mud runs these days, kind of crawling under barbed wire is kind of getting boring, so I'm afraid that next time I crawl under barbed wire, it's going to be boring because I'm going to miss the shocks from Tough Mudder. Thank you, Tough Mudder. It's going to be a weird thing to get around. As I might have said in an earlier video, I did this while having a cough. Pretty bad cough, so I had to stop a lot, but hey, whatever. The island hopping one was crazy, If you didn't want, it was middle of October, water was cold. If you fell off the island, it saps your strength, yickety split. You have no idea how tired you get just stepping in. And you can't try and rush it because the people ahead of you are stuck in the rut too. So, and then people are trying to push you behind you or urging you to go forward, so you can't wait until the islands are clear. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But, hey, it's all in good fun. After a certain point of Tough Mudder, you're always going to be, after like first 2-3 miles, you're always going to be surrounded by people. It's just going to be a steady stream, so it's a steady stream of encouragement and people, just to help cheer each other on. You see somebody, you recognize them from earlier in the course, you can go, hey girl, hey, and they'll remember you. And if you see a team go by, they'll be concerned about you too, just like as if you're a member of their own. So sometimes I was a coughing fit, and on my own, another team thought I was part of theirs, and they would all walk back to check up, and because they thought I was part of their team, and that was a bit nice. So it's a nice bit of camaraderie right there. Yeah. And you can also see old coworkers there, and it's good fun. So the bag check there is a decent setup. You park your own bags after you make your contribution, unlike the other mud runs I did this summer. You actually do have to pay, but they do say they'll contribute a good chunk to charity. So that's good. And everybody has to have a wristband name tag on it, and they will also write a number on your face. So when you leave, they have somebody to check to make sure your bag is your bag, instead of some girl handing over your bag and may or may not have been yours. But hey, You know, it's a pretty big bag check area, so still. Um, let's see, what else do I want to say about that? So cage crawl was you have to be go on your back, and then you hold on to a fence to try and hold on for air, because you know, you can't sit up, and that one was a lot of fun. After a while, I just started trying to crab walk it because I was kind of tired, and I know they say they encourage you to bring a hydration pack with you. You don't really need it. It's about every seems like every 2 miles or so there's a hydration station and or a place where they give you some Cliff Bars and or a banana. So that was good. There was a nice a steady spot where you can rest up and rehydrate, get some calories to keep you going, and they had porta potties in case you had to relieve yourself, and so you don't do anything on the course. So that was good. So let's see, obstacles I skipped. I skipped the. I have problems with the walls, so I can't get over them on my own, and I try not to ask for help. So the Berlin walls and woodcutter obstacles I did not do. I also skipped the funky monkey due to lack of arm strength at this time. And in my weakened condition, I was not stupid enough to try and do the high dive or walk the plank obstacle. So, because then they have people there saying, you know, if you don't, today is not the day to find out if you can swim. If you're tired and you don't feel like you're a great swimmer or a great, you know, don't do it. Don't do something stupid, because you don't want to be like that kid or that guy who died a couple months ago doing a Tough Mudder, the first recorded death that Tough Mudder. What was fun was after a while you got to a part where you have to jump over fire, and underneath after the fire is a water pit. So as you're jumping there, you will hesitate, but the key is just keep going forward. It's like doing the Arctic Enema. Yes, the Arctic Enema is as bad as it sounds. It is ice cold. You jump in, your first reaction is to freeze, and that's the worst thing you can do. And actually, no, sorry, bad pun. But, you know, once you do it, get under just push on through, and then you can get out and start moving again to warm up. Previously, I hear that they had in the beginning, but that might have caused a bit of a backlog. So when they did it, it was more like in the middle of the course. So you still had a couple miles to get your body heat back. My biggest complaint about Tough Mudder at the Raceway Park is that there's a lot of turns. So you know, feels like you're repeating the course a lot. You know, there's you know, if the course seems to overlap a lot. Oh yeah, the other obstacle I skipped. I did not do the Mount Everest due to the fact that I was cramping up at that point, and so I was walking the entire course. I don't think I was be able to run up that half pipe that they had there. So, oops. The electric eel one. I had a hydration bag I used as a shield to try not not get shocked, and I didn't get shocked. So, yeah. But yeah, you get hit by one of those wires, boom, you go down. If you think you're having enough clothes, sorry, you're gonna be so wet that it's gonna go right through, and boom, you're gonna go down. I saw people just get knocked down. So, yeah, good luck, buddy. So, it's a challenge, not a race. So they didn't have diamond chips or anything like that. So you just keep on pushing on through, and eventually you get to the end. Here at a certain point, if you didn't reach a point, they might tell you to stop. So, you know, not everybody finishes in. And if you're worried about safety at Tough Mudder, they have a lot of people out there just supervising and on walkie-talkies to make sure everybody gets out alive. So, you know, you hear somebody on the walkie-talkies, you can hear somebody that went down, and then I hear the response time was pretty quick. Like somebody fell on the Berlin walls, and then they were out seeing medical attention a couple minutes later, like maybe 10 minutes, you know. Since a lot of stuff was on foot, I mean, that's pretty impressive to me. So, Parking was a bitch, but yeah, yeah, it was such a huge event, and yeah, that's kind of anticipated. So, you know, let's see. Other than that, the changing rooms are far away from the bag check and the showers. Well, no, the showers and the bag check, no, showers and the changing room are close together, but they are pretty far away from the bag check. And you gotta go over some stairs that are very slippery, and that would be the last obstacle of Tough Mudder. Showers, it's just a lot of cold water, no hot water, and then unlike Warrior Dash, it's not some kind of water truck. It's just a bunch of hoses for you to try and wash yourself off. And they encourage you to only take 1 minute. Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna try and take your time with the water. So yeah, it got pretty damn crowded there. So that was a bit of fun. After that, leaving, no big deal. You did a 12-mile course. Getting back to your car shouldn't be a sweat, right? Well, you never realize how heavy your bag is until after you get your bag when you're nearly exhausted. But hey, whatever, still good. And then, you finish, you get your beer, they give you a protein bar, you can go get your headband, and then you get a t-shirt. So that's, pretty good swag for Tough Mudder. But all the headbands look the same. So unlike Warrior Dash, they haven't changed every year. Do you? Tough Mudder headbands. All you know is that the guy finished the Tough Mudder. So still, it's an accomplishment in and of itself. So, but yeah, what's I saying? So you go up and down, a lot of stuff. There's no at the Tri-State, I didn't see any major balance obstacles. So, but you do that. I mean, it's a big trail, so I don't really think you need to worry about balance, because there are some areas where you're going to meet. It's kind of like the natural half pike where it's a steep slope and it's very muddy. And then one of the only ways you can get across is, somebody grabs you over top to help you up. So, and there's a lot of camaraderie there. You could try it, and then as soon as you stumble, somebody's help pushing you up. So, that helped a lot. Mud Mile, it was just a big crowd of people, and, people helping people out. And it was really, amazing to see. One funny story is somebody dropped an ID in the Mud Mile pit. So, that was just amusing to me. They didn't have the tire drag, but they did have one where you could do tire flips for charity. So every time somebody did a flip, some sponsor would contribute to a charitable cause. So that was fun. First tire I tried, it was too heavy for me. Second one, I found one later on that was a bit lighter and did my 6 flips. So that was good. Keep on pushing. They had unlike Warrior Dash or Rock Solid, it was a little bit more spectator friendly by having spots where they can go. Specific trails for spectators versus other courses. So that was pretty good. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, there were some parts where I wanted to quit. My legs were locked up, but there was just so many people around just going through it. It's just like hard not to stop. Catch your breath, but keep on going. And if I was still for a while, somebody would check up. So that was just pretty reassuring. It was just nice to see everybody helping each other out. And when I was on the mud walls at the Mud Mile, just make sure use a interlocking grip to help pull people up. So that was good. So it's been 2 weeks now. My bruises are mostly gone, and yeah, I have full flexibility again in my movements. So my legs I have nothing stopping me from walking normally, and I'm almost able to do my Shaun T exercise videos now. So I'm gonna be. I've already signed up for next year's, and I can't wait to try it again. So hiking in Englishtown is lots of fun, and I hope more people are willing to try it out. So, but again, for Tough Mudder, you know, you gotta do some training for it because the course is brutally long. So, even though the obstacles aren't that bad, you know, you gotta at least try it, and, you know, and you gotta at least try it. And even if you go Splunk, you know, you're in good hands, and there's people around there who will help you out. So I've got a year to go to prep, and I hope I can do better next time. So, you know, go enjoy yourself a Tough Mudder, and then if I'm really crazy, maybe next year I'll be able to be good enough to do Toughest Mudder. So wish me luck, y'all.